she a beaut? Easy peasy. Easy peasy. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fun with the Maverick R. No, you know who this is. This is Hoover Maneuvers. Wow, you know, you guys are really making me feel good with all the subscriptions and everything. Please keep it going. Last video did really well. If you missed it, make sure you check out the new Evo E85 Power out of Glamis. It's freaking awesome. So today, what are we going to talk about? All right, so a while back I made a video putting this in my toy hauler. And you know what? It fits with the sand tires. She's a big booty Judy, and she's got a pretty wide front end on her too, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to show you what I'm up against inside the toy hauler when I put it in there. Okay, so this is the inside of our toy hauler. Pretty good amount of space here. The X3 was no problem. The Maverick R is a little more snug. The X3 would come back behind this line and never even come into the slide area. The Maverick R, it does go past. So if you look on this wall over here, you can see I got tire marks on that wall from the front tires. If you look on this wall over here, I've got tire marks rubbing on there. So what is the distance they have between those 2 points? Let me show you. I'm about 82 and a quarter. So that's the space I have, 82 and a quarter. Yeah, it makes it in and everything, but you know, I got to pull in perfect. And then when I'm going down the road, it's bouncing up and down, leaving black marks on the wall. Let's go see what we're up against with the Maverick R. Okay, we're back in the garage. I got a tape across the front of the Maverick R. Let's see what we have. Just so you can see, we're pretty much even into the tape to the outside of the tire. As I come across here, I'm looking at the outside of the tire, and I'm like 84 inches. Maybe just shy, 83, something like that. Obviously that's the problem, right? I got 82 and a quarter in the toy hauler, and I'm over 83 inches on the Maverick R. So what's the point of this video? The point of the video is we're going to show you how to narrow the front end of your Maverick R. It's a little more difficult on these. We're just going to use the common method of strapping it. But these have different strap points, and I have found a particular strap that works really well, and I'll share with you a link on where to get that strap if you so desire. Okay, so what do we do to make this thing narrow? You guys know, we jack up the front of the car. So I've got the car up with the front wheels just barely off the ground. See, I can just skim the ground, and I've got the end of the tape even with the outside of the tire. And what I'm going to show you is the best case scenario. But look at this. Look how much we gained. We're about 78 inches, a hair over 78. We were over 83. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches we're gaining. Okay? How are we going to maintain that 5 inches? Well, we're going to strap it. I'm going to show you the strap that we're going to use. Okay, first off, I'm going to show you the challenge why you can't just strap this the way you traditionally would strap it. So we got our A-arms drooping down here, and the most logical point we do is run a strap through here, over to here, ratchet it, and away we go. Here's the problem. Look at the top of the A-arms. They're straight across. Straight across. So what happens when you put the strap in there and you cinch it up tight, this plane is pretty much going to go straight up and down. There's not going to be any resistance to keep the car tucked. So we need a different mounting point to run the strap so we can keep this thing tucked. So we have the traditional mounting point on the A-arm. Beyond that, it's difficult. We're going to go to. Well, I found this strap at Home Depot. What's crucial about it is it's a 2-inch white strap, and it's got little clippy things on the hook so it doesn't come undone, but it's also got places where you can hook it back on itself. And that's on both sides. Again, you can hook it back on itself. Both sides. That's important to this process. I'm going to show you why. Okay, here's where you get to see why this strap is so important. I've come around the top of the top A-arm here, just above the knuckle, and I got this nice white strap that hooks onto here, and this thing double backs on itself, so I don't have to look for a place here to hook it to. I'm just hooking it back to itself. I got that going on both sides. Pretty straightforward here. Hooked back to itself. And then I routed it underneath the frame and back up. So now we have this U shape. So when we put tension on it, it's going to help hold it tucked. Now this is how I routed the strap. I went in front of the sway bar end link and under here, and you'll see it kind of comes up on the edge of the frame. The reason why I went in front of the sway bar end link is when I went behind the sway bar end link, it was rubbing on the boot, and we don't want that. Now here's another thing about this strap that makes me feel better about it. It's not a ratchet strap, it's just cinch strap. With a cinch strap, you're only going to get it so tight. You only got a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 leverage there compared to a ratchet strap. That way you're not putting too much pressure on these A-arms. So let me tighten this thing up. So you can't get a whole lot of tension on it. Pretty decent. I'm just going to take my excess here, run it through the front bumper, get it up off the ground. Remember, we're not going to dune with this thing. All we're going to do is put it on the trailer, right? So I'm going to let this down and we're going to get a measurement and see how much of this tuck that we kept. Okay, I got the jack out from under the car. I got my tape measure back up here again. We're lined up with the outside of the tire. We have our strap on. Our strap is tight, but not too tight because we can't make it too tight. It's not a ratchet strap. We come down here. What do I got? Man, I'm like 78.5, 79. I even pushed on the bumper, rolls the thing back and forth, and we're holding our width, our narrow width, so that we can load on the trailer a lot much easier. So there you are. Look at this thing. She's sitting tall right now. I drive this back and forth on the driveway, up the trailer, all that, and I really don't lose anything on my width. It doesn't get any wider. It holds it up pretty good. And all I got to do to take it off is just hit this little button and it comes right off. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Ain't she a beauty? Got a car show coming up. I know you guys want to see more content on this. You will. Don't worry. So, what am I doing? I want to see if I can do the same thing to the rear that I did to the front. This thing, she is a big booty. She's pretty wide. I got my tape measure lined up there on the driver's side. I come over here and look, and I'm about 89 inches on the width. So let's see if we can do the same thing. I'll jack it up, find some strap points, and let's see how much we gain to make the thing skinnier. Look at that thing. Yeah, she is drooped out. So like before, we're going for what is the maximum best case scenario. So you see we're lined up here and the tires are off the ground. We come over here and looks like we're about 79.5 to 80 inches with the outside edge of the tire. So let's drop it side to side and see how much of that we retain. Okay, I think this is going to work. Using the same kind of strap, I went down here behind the radius arm connection around the trailing arm there, both sides. You can see it's really important to have this. I got that tight. She's still drooping out pretty good. So how much measurement do we hold? We are at about 80.5 to 81. We started over here at 89.5, I think it was. And now we're down here below 81 on the width. And this is after moving the car back and forth. How did the front hold up? Okay, it's been rolled back and forth. We got this strap up there, and we're about 80 inches. I think we started at not quite 84. So when you're touching on side to side, 1 inch makes all the difference in the world. If we can gain 4 inches, even better. And like I say, the most car trailers, like my car trailer, let me show you right now. Here's my car trailer. Typical, this one's an 18 foot with a little dovetail in the back, but it's a typical width car trailer. You can see I got the tape measure all the way against the inside there, and come over here, I'm 82 inches. So before I strapped it with sand tires on it, I was pushing 90 inches, and now I'm like 80. That's 80 is smaller than 82, in case you didn't know that. 80 is smaller than 84. So I can get this car on here just by strapping the front and rear. And what did it for me was finding the right strap. Again, here's a strap from Home Depot. I'll put a link in the description. If you guys want to try it, hopefully it works for you. If you think it's silly, tell me in the comments. But hey, you know, whatever works, right? So I've gone through the process, so you don't have to. If you want to copy what I did, that's fantastic. Let me know if you like the video. Thanks again for tuning in. Man, I really appreciate you guys subscribing. It's encouraging me to put these videos out. I don't get them out as often as I like, but we're doing pretty good. We're getting about 4 or 5 videos a month. We have a trip coming up to Pismo. We got some transmission tuning going on that we're going to try out, and I know you guys want to hear about that. But again, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, tell your family to subscribe. No, don't piss off your family. Anyway, thanks guys, and we'll see you on the next video.